If you're a listener of From the Mouths of Madness podcast, I can only assume that you're also a diehard fan of horror movies like myself. My name is Matt Balea, and I own a company called To Die For. We make custom horror-inspired designs for shirts and much more. From original to exclusive content, we can get you whatever it is your dark heart might desire. Check us out at www.todieforshop.com. That's the number 2, die, the number 4, shop.com. Enjoy the show.
The views and opinions expressed on From the Mouths of Madness are that of the panel and not of the Geeks Under the Influence Network or their sponsors. Listeners, beware.
You remember the early days when they first started or testing the waters with these docu-style films, or these like this really happened, like someone was actually able to film this, and like, you know, like Faces of Death. Like, what was the first one? It was you see it was a delicacy to sit around a table and beat a monkey to death and then eat his brains. Oh, this has really happened, right? Like, they wanted you to believe that.
Oh no,
all this is real.
I remember, like pre-Blair Witch.
Yeah,
very very important to say. Yeah. And like, it would just, the box would sell you at the like video store, and it's like banned in like 30 countries. And you're like, oh shit, this has got to be good. Yeah. And like, who knows? Like, it was actually banned.
Yeah, exactly.
But you watch it, and you're like, this is some real shit. And then you're like, there's real, like, I remember part 4. There's this giant fucking leech, and they're like, it's like this dude's losing an arm, and you're like, holy shit, there's leeches. No, there's not.
No, there's not.
But the way the grainy kind of caption, and there's, from what I've heard, a few actual ones in there, but for the most part, it's all reenactments. Yeah. But we see that old style 8mm grainy footage. And we're like,
oh, that's got to be real.
No, that's got to be real. That's a real bear attack. like the wife held that camera until her husband was mauled to death.
Exactly.
She didn't even put it down to help.
We actually had a question on one of the full lengths for Stump the Host that Al brought about, I think it was a Face of Death 4 or 3 question about a dude who was I think he was parasailing, and he got eaten by the alligators. Like, he fell into a alligator like farm or pit or something, and he just gets eaten by alligators.
My all-time favorite.
That is actually kind of believable, though.
Yeah.
Like, if you go down the wrong way, oopsie.
My all-time favorite of them is Face of Death 4 is my favorite one. Mm-hmm. And the top one is, there's drunk teenagers, and they're like, we're going to fucking bungee off the fucking top of the building.
Oh, yeah,
and they count the 13th floor, and their friend jumps, and they're all at the bottom with their beers, like, fuck yeah, dude. And then the dude goes and just slams on the ground. Mm-hmm. And they're drunk, and takes them in, they went, yeah. Oh shit,
bro.
We just killed our friend. Whoops. I love that one.
That technically belonged on 1,000 Ways to Die. Remember that old TV show? But and then the other thing that came about it was, you had these certain films that, like, were saying that it was a film about a film. You know, the one I think I liked the most was Master of Horror, I guess, episode. They're movies, but they call them episodes.
Yeah.
And it was Cigarette Burns.
Cigarette Burns,
it had Norman Reedus, and I forget the rich dude. I forget the rich dude, but he was a famous actor, too.
God damn, why am I forgetting that?
And I forget the person who played the Angel Vision. That was a well-known person. I can't fucking remember.
What you're telling me now is I need to go rewatch these.
That's like my favorite. That's like probably my favorite Masters of Horror.
I can't remember the motherfucker.
It might be because of John Carpenter, but you know, it's a film about a cursed film.
Yeah.
And then the lust for finding the film, and how people don't believe it, so they go watch the film. Enters on the chopping block tonight. What was it? When was it made? 2018's Antrum.
Yeah.
Film about a film. Well, it's really not a film about a film. It's kind of like,
well, a made-up film.
15 minutes about of a docu-style about a made-up film, and then they show you the made-up film.
Yeah.
And they just go into like the news reports about like how theater went crazy, how it keeps going missing, and this and that. And there was some weird shit in it.
Oh yeah, there is.
Yeah. Before we dig too much into it, please ask you like, comment, rate, review, share, subscribe across all the socials. Man, this boys greatly appreciate it, and it just helps us out. Boom.
Real.
And I'm Lowdown.
F.U. Hunter. What's up, you sharp, pointy teeth squirrels, bitches?
Dude, that looked like...
I was like, what do I mention that I haven't brought up before? And I was like, maybe the really, really obvious fake-ass looking squirrel with the sharp fucking teeth.
Dude, I don't know what the fuck I was watching. I'm like, okay, do we just go to Muppets? Do we do Muppets?
I went instantly to fucking Holy Grail, where it's like with big pointy fucking teeth, like.
What the fuck? So this movie follows a brother and a sister to go out to this particular area and then dig a hole for help. Was there a reason why they went there? I can't remember.
I think the sister set it up because she had this whole book of what you have to do in order to save the dog's soul from going to hell.
Yeah, because the brother's younger, and he lost his dog, and there was actually a family in it for the first part, right? And he was like, broken, right? So she did this to try to make him feel better about the dog, and the dog's not going to go to hell. And I don't know how digging a hole to hell would make you realize.
It's weird. Can we go back real quick? Because before the movie starts, we do get the hype up shit about it and how like.
That's what I'm saying. The docuseries part about like, oh god, it's like.
They have this whole thing where they screened it at this one theater.
Yeah, and the whole theater went crazy.
Everybody fucking died.
Yeah.
And then they have experts talk about, like, I don't believe in cursed movies. And they're like, but here, now we're going to show it. And the full title of the movie is The Deadliest...
Antrum, the movie that kills people or something like that, or The Deadliest... I don't know. Oh, yeah. I do want to mention, though, this was a film that was recommended by a listener, Tiff.
All right.
They messaged and like, hey, have you seen this? I'm like, no. And
the deadliest film ever made.
The deadliest film ever made.
Yeah.
That's it. So, folks, told you hit us up with a film. We will watch it. You know?
And you put that subtitle there. We're like, ooh deadliest
tasty.
film ever made. Holy shit.
Yeah.
We'll take that challenge. We'll take that Pepsi challenge.
All the Pepsi challenge.
Challenge.
Side note, squirrel. The Pepsi challenge reminds me of someone posted like a 90s commercial. Remember the old Brisk commercials, Lipton Brisk, where it was like claymation?
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, they were so awesome. I forgot about those. They put the one in with like Bruce Lee and some famous actor. And it was like, what the fuck?
God damn it, who's the other? See, now I'm forgetting names. I'm forgetting the characters and claymation, all kinds of shit. Just leave my brain.
Up. But yeah, this. So again, if you recommend a film, we will get to it eventually, and do a review on it.
Yeah.
Regardless how that might turn out. No. Dun dun dun. No.
So the whole setup, they go to the woods, they're burying the dog. The sister has this whole book, I guess, where the younger son is concerned that his dog's soul is going to hell. Who knows where that came from?
Yeah, right. Like, are they Catholic? They should have said they were Catholic. Yeah. Like, or something, because like that, then I can understand it.
But the book is pretty much like very satanic in nature. Yeah. And they put like they build the hole, they have the hole, and then they have like a statue of Buddha and like a, goddamn it. Menorah. Thank you. Yeah. And then something else like around this thing. And I guess that satisfies Satan. Like, I want to see all the religions.
For two young tykes, they did dig pretty deep.
Yeah,
I'll give them that.
Impressive.
They dig a pretty good hole.
Yeah.
Could have had a couple bodies in there.
Took no time to build that tent. Pretty slack-ass job.
Right?
It's like one pole and then just flap it over, so.
Oh, shit. All right. So they give you the warning that there's a lot of random flashing images, and then the film just stops, and then there's just these... Dude.
Oh, God damn it. I'm sorry. Dude. We get to a point where the film stops. You're like, oh, man, the projector broke. And then it's just Satan.
Talking to you, clearly.
Well, no, he's just staring at you.
No, if you look at the mouth, it's moving like he's saying something.
Oh, yeah.
But the sound's off, and they kind of fuzzed over it. So, because the whole image is fuzzy.
It's uncomfortable.
No, like if you... like.
Oh, yeah.
It's moving. Like he's saying something.
But it's uncomfortable only because it goes on for like fucking 3 minutes.
And it's
you're
just
like,
Satan staring at you.
Okay, yeah, okay.
What the fuck?
If I tell you I'm spooked out, is there like a trigger that will put us back into the boring ass movie I've been watching?
You got eye fucked. That she pops in too.
I don't know. There's some. This is a student film, man.
Dude,
I'll be honest.
No, legit.
Yeah.
No, this is artsy as fuck. This is art house film through and through.
Now
you got to give it that. It is.
Yeah.
It is an art house.
It
film.
very much is in the nature of our early 80s, like
late
I said,
70s. No, this is late 70s.
Late 70s.
This
but
is
I'm saying
like
the film stock is very scratchy, 8mm. Like,
so I mean, like,
yeah.
So if you think of like Hills Have Eyes, as far as how the film looks, Hills Have Eyes, Last House on the Left, Rosemary's Baby, it has that fuzzy 70s vibe, and they say it's 70s. So
now, I don't know why these woods are so popular, because I figured I mean, if you look around, it's like mountains and shit like that. but like they set up and they're like going over stuff, and I guess they have to wait it out a day or so, and then they hear
there's different layers too.
Yeah, and then they like hear some dude, and there's a dude not that far from their campsite that's like, oh, I came here to kill myself, and you're like, man, these are popular fucking woods.
And not just like shoot himself. He's like
he's got the fucking
he's doing the
Harry Carey
doing the blade to the gut. And
but he gets embarrassed, which is great. Is the kid's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh shit! Well, I can't kill myself now.
Go away."
But he gets what he wants later.
Yeah. And then you have the random boat in the night with the naked lady. What the fuck was that?
Never explained again. Yeah.
And by the way, was that?
This little kid is terrible with communication with his sister because he goes out. She forces him to go out and brush his teeth next to the random lake with no flashlight. He sees the fucking random boat with the naked chick. And then he goes back and she's like, anything going on? He's like, no.
It's fine.
No, fine.
Just like later in the movie, why the fuck did he go off the boat?
Nah.
It was perfectly still.
Yeah.
She's just rowing. He's just like, look, turns around and he's in the water.
If I was a sister, I would have left his ass several times throughout this movie. Because they're like, when they're trying to run away later on, and he's just like, I kind of still want to do this. He's like, we need to get the fuck out of here. He's like dragging his feet and having a fit. Like, fine, you know what? You fucking deal with those motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah, the dude. Was he fucking a dead deer?
Yes, he was.
God damn it.
The dude that's in his tighty whities and has wearing deer antlers.
You know what those two reminded me of as far as a gross factor? The fucking Greasy Strangler. Like, I felt just as gross watching that scene.
I was going to go with the sons from Mother.
Oh.
Well, Eastern European versions of them.
The sons from Mother. You mean Mother's Day?
Mother's Day, sorry.
Trauma film? Okay,
yeah.
I went right there, but I was making sure.
Yeah.
I was because like Mother was a very artsy Aronofsky film.
Mother's Day, sorry.
Yeah, that was Aronofsky, right? Yeah, Mother. Yeah. But yeah, Mother's Day. You're right. Just that fucking
Eastern European,
where
they're and we find out they've got this fucking sick ass fucking like smoker, like that they've made.
That's a goat.
Yeah.
And you roast people for Satan.
I appreciate the big compartment part. The handle is strategically placed that it's Satan's cock. You gotta grab Satan's cock in order to throw shit in there.
Yeah.
And the thing they like to throw in there is people, because the dude that tried to kill himself, guess what? He kind of got his wish.
Yeah, he got his wish.
Just in a really shitty way.
Why do that? I guess the deer were a backup. Because he was like hacking up too, and there was one that was getting fucked.
Well, he's not going to fuck the dude. He's just going to fuck the deer and cook the guy. I mean, I don't know.
Sorry, I didn't know.
Whoops.
Guess it's not.
God damn, man. But we get to different stages throughout it in this book, and it's like stage 2.
Layer 2. It was
layer 2.
Layer 2, layer 3.
And she keeps telling him, like, you have to do this and all this. And then later on, you find out, it was all bullshit. She fucking took the time, which, again, the sister's pretty fucked up, and wrote this whole book, made all these symbols, these fake symbols, made all these rules to, I guess, go camping and fuck with her little brother, because she's like, I actually made all that shit up. There's no such thing as this.
She said she made it up to help him deal with the loss of the dog.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Now, so is the whole point of this movie irony?
Kind of, because he actually met. Hold on. I'm not making this up. Folks, you got to see this shit on your own. He ran into fucking Satan hanging out behind a fucking diner.
Yeah.
Satan's behind a dumpster. It's like, hey, kid, come over here. And he's like, what's up, bitch? Fucking taps him on the face and everything. And he's like, don't believe your sister. She's a bitch. And he's like, all right. And then later on, when she's like, I lied to you, he's like, I knew you were. The dude behind the fucking dumpster that touched my face told me it.
And then,
I'm not making this up, by the way.
It's also, I mean, ironic because like they actually meet Satanists.
Yeah.
That's all, so I think part of it was, I don't know if they were eating them or if it was for the worship where they had to sacrifice. They sacrificed them in the belly of the beast, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because that's what that was. That's what that was. So I don't know if that the deer was actually for them, or it was all for the altar. It was all for the slaughter. A human just upped the ante. I don't know.
I will say the most hardcore part of this movie is the two Eastern European worshipers fucking find them and shoot them with darts. I thought they shot them, but they just shot them with darts. They drag them back and they put them in little cages, and then they grab.
By the way, that must have been a heavy ass dart because that kid flew back. I'm like, bro, it's a dart.
Yeah, he's little. He's not allowed meat on his bones.
That's true.
Like she would be the one that I think would, maybe wear her down, but the most hardcore scene, I think, is they take the kid and they got the fucking smoker ready to go.
She's losing her shit in the cage.
But you hear the kid freaking out and they put him in and they fucking light that. I'm like, holy shit. Him screaming and her freaking out. It's probably the best part of the movie. It's intense.
Yeah, most of the things about this film is that its intensity. The music is very, I don't know. It's definitely a movie that's a lot more audio than vocal.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're screaming and stuff, but usually when they talk, it's, there's something about whatever frequency they're hitting with that music that makes it like super anxious.
Well, some of it seems like they're playing in some stuff backwards,
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's true. But you're right, like that scene was unhinged.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking hardcore.
Yeah.
Like I would almost compare that to fucking goddamn Dr. Sleep, and where you're not seeing it, but hearing the kid get killed.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn, this is kind of hardcore and shit.
Yeah,
but
that's fucked up.
Sister is fucking kind of badass. Bust out, finds a revolver that she found as they were digging.
Yeah,
fully loaded, and starts fucking capping motherfuckers and getting her brother out.
Shot dude in the chest, shot him in the other guy in the fucking head. That was awesome.
I thought she was gonna shoot that one dude. He's wearing tie-dye. I was like,
dick.
Shoot him.
RoboCop style.
Shoot him in the dick. Yeah.
And like the ending kind of irritated me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Which one?
All right, there are two.
Because
no, it's one, but it's like for some reason they did the ending as a post credit.
Well, no. What I'm saying is you get where they have this whole thing where she brings up the 3-headed hound, and you hear a chain throughout the night, and they're like, "Oh, it's fucking there."
But the brother follows the chain,
and it's like, "Oh, it's just a fucking dog that got on like a trap." And he strong as shit kid, by the way, because that's a pretty powerful trap. He's like, "I'll help you." And like, imagine Danny from fucking Shining. That's what this kid's kind of like with blonde hair. But that little peep squeak, he opens it up. The dog's like, cool. And then it's like, the end.
Yeah, but then
there's like a couple credits and it's like, oh, wait, we're going to tell you about the sister.
Yeah. I was like, did she just die off screen? But no, why the fuck is she all fucked up seeing little devil demons roaming through the forest? Like, what happened to her?
Yeah. Well, maybe it was the story about the dumpster interaction. She's like, oh, shit. Did he go through me and make this shit happen?
Yeah, maybe.
Because she's like, oh, fuck, I made the whole thing up about the demons like rip people apart and wear their flesh. And I see motherfuckers running around.
Demons everywhere. And so she's hiding in the tent with a revolver, hearing the brother walk back, not knowing it's him. Meanwhile, he's walking kind of fucked up, but like it's just walking back, right?
Yeah.
Like,
well, he's dragging the chain.
Yeah, he's dragging the chain.
So she hears that chain getting closer and closer. And then you almost have the finale, but then it's not a pop. It just goes into weird sound effects and end of the movie.
Yeah.
And then we
I'm
get
assuming he's dead.
A little more of the talking about it.
I didn't watch that.
You can tell because they talk about all the subliminal shit that's scratched on the film.
Oh, okay.
And explain that, that's the sign for the 7 layer levels of whatever. And like they dissect the music. It's not really that important, but
I saw the film.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm fine.
I feel like if I was more inebriated, I might have appreciated this movie more for the fucked up shit. But overall,
all right. Hold on. We're going to wrap that up.
All right.
But give us a minute for the final thoughts. Before we dig into that, I please ask, you hit us up at lowdownbrown.gmail.com with more, films to watch, more recommendations. Also, hit us up, see if you've already watched that and if you really dig this film. Also, go to gipodcast.com, go to our links tab, check out our link to TeePublic. That's where all the merch is, all the designs for all the shows under the network. Tons. We got like almost 60 probably.
God,
I think
damn.
55. Some shit like it's ridiculous.
Seasonal ones that pop up here and there. So
which we're going a couple months maybe. So tons of ones that pop up around the seasons. So definitely, always keep an eye. Look, and they do sales every week. Literally, you sign up for text messages, they'll be like, "Oh, hey, 35% off this week. Go shop." And that's it. Yeah. So always get them on a discount.
Keep checking them. Check your emails.
Exactly. Now, all right, I got to say, this film does pass the chopping block for me because I don't hate it. I just certain parts I don't care. Like the end payoff to me. And there's certain instances of just the suspense building because, I do like suspense. But, dude, this movie's it is very slow. I mean, when I say slow, I'm talking like, it reminds me of watching, like I said, the original Amityville Horror, which was way too long. That's one reason I love the remake is they cut off like 30 minutes of the fucking film. The original Amityville Horror was super long. I really loved the film, but it's slow. Now, if you take that film and take that drug, slow-mo, that was in The Dread from 2013.
Oh, goddamn.
And then watch the Amityville Horror on slow-mo. That's kind of how slow this movie is.
You mean the first 15 minutes where we follow them going through the woods, going through, it's pointless.
And this is not like in a violent nature. You're not following a killer. You're just kids walking through the woods. You know there's no murder coming at the end of at the trail, right?
We watch them dig the
there's no pot of gold
hole.
at the end of the rainbow.
We watch them digging the hole. Like, all right, you know what? Dead dog. Hey, we're in the woods. We got the hole. I don't need to see all that. I believe you.
Oh, wait. We forgot. There was that one dead body that they panned out.
That
what
we never.
What the fuck was that about?
That's like 10 feet from their campsite.
Was that leftovers from them? I don't know,
but they never run into it.
Eastern
It's never
Europeans?
explained. Yeah.
Okay. Well, so I don't hate the film. I didn't watch the whole film annoyed. I did get anxious. I did feel suspenseful. Like I said, that one scene specifically was unhinged. Once those, about 40, it's like 40 minutes in though. I give the movie half an hour. It was like 45 minutes in when you're finally like, okay, some shit's kind of happening. And that kind of, I mean,
some shit's kind of happening.
Yeah, right. It's like I don't hate it, but I don't know if I'll watch it again. Like I can't shit on it, but so much. It's just not. It's a film not for me.
I'll say this: I don't hate it. I wouldn't be like, "Fuck this movie." I just never need to see it ever again.
Yeah, I'll never watch it again.
Like it was like this was kind of a homework assignment. Sometimes we have those homework assignment movies.
I guess that means that. Well, we pass. We got A+ for watching it.
Yeah.
You know,
But
I guess the more I talk about it, because I haven't verbalized anything about this film, because I literally just finished it before we started recording.
It's a movie where they go, "Oh, how was it?" And you went, "Yeah,
yeah,
it's yeah." It's not
yeah.
like fuck that, man.
Yeah, it's a meh.
Yeah.
It's a meh.
Yeah,
okay.
sure. Yeah, you can check it out. It's got some weird shit.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're on shrooms, maybe awesome. I don't know.
So I think on a general spectrum, it would pass for whatever. But I'm never watching it again.
Yeah.
I'm never watching it again.
And that's a very
and I'll probably never
pass.
like someone. You're right. Someone have to ask me. I will never bring it up to somebody. So I guess that means it fails. I guess that means it got chopped up.
We got to figure out this middle category where
Right,
we don't want to shit all over it, but we're never going to watch it again. So
it's a well done. It's a well done film. So it's good enough for somebody who likes that vibe of film.
Yeah.
There you go. That's all I need to say.
It's been tenderized.
Yeah.
I have no idea what else to say, man.
Because I don't want to say it doesn't pass because it's not a,
It had interesting moments.
Yeah.
I can see where they're going with it. It's just kind of boring and there's no real big.
But somebody
payoff.
probably loves the shots and because and the music even more because the music is a character. In this film.
There's stuff in there that is cool to fuck with you, but it's just not enough in my opinion. I just was like, yeah.
Right.
And maybe it's because I've seen so much shit that it didn't freak me out at all because I'm like, oh, say, all right, go.
Yeah. But we need to come. We will eventually have a middle category because this is a gray area, man.
We don't hate it. We don't love it.
Exactly. So sorry, you're not getting you just like us get no closure.
Check it out yourself. Let us know if you lean one way or the other.
Let us know exactly. And until we talk again, embrace the madness.
Join us at GUIPodcast.com.